If they are right. Let me see if there's somebody there. And Luana send a hello first. If she connects. Okay, suffixes. What is that? We have talking about the pain. We're talking about the negative and positive things about it. I'm joining you. Okay. Okay. What do you think a web? No, you have done that. No, let's go to the grammar part here. Suffix. Look at the article and find one example of a word with each suffix. Write them in the table. So we have it with the word full, we have successful. Take a look there if you find the words with that. Alls, ion, and it.
Famous.
Famous, okay. Hello, Luana. Connecting to audio.
They say sensation or not?
Sensation.
Or
Hello, Luana.
no.
Now I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Very good. Here I am with Fabio, okay?
Okay. Today I need to connect online because my niece are here in my home.
Ah, okay. I see. So you need to take care of her.
Yes.
So we are in the page 120, okay? We have just started doing the exercise 3. Successful, famous, sensation. Or there's another word.
Celebrities. No.
Celebrity can be.
And
But on ion can be invention too, right? They have the word invention that you said the word creation or
no.
with the ion.
No, but it's correct. Rachel.
No, invention can be invention, but we have you say another word, I remember.
Sensation.
Sensation. Celebrity.
Musician.
AR for jobs and a musician.
Scholar.
Footballer. Yeah, is not here, but can be. Then we have the owner too.
I don't understand this exercise. So
Yeah.
here.
Just to complete here with words that end with these words here. This is a very common mistake. People in your level normally commit these mistakes, like you confuse nouns with adjectives with verbs. You know, like sometimes you should say successful, but you say success. So this is a very common mistake that happens in the level that you are. Understand? So that's why it's very good to review here. Okay. So when we get the word, we have the verb here we have to put the noun. So we have, for example, the word celebrate. Celebrate. So the base is that. What is the noun for the word celebrate?
Celebration.
Celebration. Celebration is the noun. Photograph,
Her.
the person, or photograph. No, photograph.
Photograph.
Photograph is already correct. Politic,
Politician.
politician. Político é o politician. Popular, popularidade. What would be?
Popularity.
Popularity. Uhum. Adventure.
Adventures.
Adjective. Adjective is like, for example, I am adventure. Rose. Adventurous. Seria aventureiro. Help.
Helper.
Helpful.
Helpful. Seria helpful.
Ajudador.
Ajudador, não. Prestativo.
Dangerous.
Danger, dangerous.
Wonderful.
Wonder, wonderful. Wonder. Qual que é a diferença de wonder para wonderful? É só wonder.
Tipo, maravilha, maravilhoso.
Maravilha e maravilhoso. Danger,
Perigoso. Perigo, perigoso.
perigo e dangerous, perigoso. Help é o verbo, né? Ajudar e
Prestativo.
prestativo, né? Não dá para traduzir tudo ao pé da letra. É igual você pegar a palavra, if you get the word success. Ok, sucesso. How do you translate successful?
Sucedido.
Bem-sucedido.
Bem-sucedido, né? Não só sucedido, né?
What if you say successfully?
Como?
Successfully.
Successfully.
Não, é só um E. Successfully. De maneira bem-sucedida. Bem-sucedidamente.
Tem uma ação.
Is a adverb. This is an adjective. For example, if I say, I am successful. I run my company successfully. Double L ou one L? Got the point? Então, esse é o advérbio, porque ele é a qualidade do verbo run. E esse é a qualidade do eu, é o adjetivo. I run successfully. Or I manage. Run é o melhor. Quando você usa a ideia do tocar a empresa, quem fala inglês, em português, run the company. Something like that. Okay? We don't think of this. So, we already discussed about that. Listen to 8 people. So, I will play an audio. Let's do this exercise B here. Listen to 8 people answering. I am not recording yet. I am. Yes, I am. Listen to 8 people answering the question. Put the number of the speaker next to the thing they mentioned. They are answering the question. If you could be famous, what would you like to be famous for? You answered this question in the previous class, right? I'm going to play that.
Unit 12. Recording 4. 1.
If I could be famous for anything, it would be art. I love painting, and if I had more time, I would love to paint seriously. If I could have a painting in a museum, I'd be really happy.
2.
What more you understand about this person?
Painting, he likes painting, and if he is could be famous, and he like a painting. Yeah,
He would like to be a painter
painter or artist.
or an artist. You got that, Luana?
Yes.
Okay.
I'd be a famous politician. If I was a politician, I would try to change the world, to stop all these wars and do something to help poor countries. You know, I think it's terrible how most politicians don't seem to worry about things like that.
Politician.
Politician. What is her concern, Luana? Do you get that?
Hmm. He, he, if she was a politician, she would like to I don't understand if it's create, no.
To create.
Create a I don't understand I don't the word. I don't know.
Change the word, maybe. Like to change the word or something like that.
Change. Change.
If I was a politician, I would try to change the world,
Change.
That's right.
to stop all these wars and do something to help poor countries. You know, I think it's terrible how most politicians don't seem to worry about things like that.
They worry. They create more wars.
Yeah.
They worry about wars. They like that. Do they like that? Okay, the third person.
3. If I could do anything, I think I'd be a famous footballer or something like that. Imagine if you scored a goal for your country in the World Cup. That would be such a good feeling. You'd remember something like that forever.
Footballer or sports person.
What more the person talking about?
He said won the World Cup and feeling well.
They would feel well. Okay. Won the World Cup. Imagine scoring a goal for his team.
If I could do anything, I think I'd be a famous footballer or something like that. Imagine if you scored a goal for your country in the World Cup. That would be such a good feeling. You'd remember something like that forever.
Goal. If you score a goal. Goal.
Se você marcar gol.
É gol mesmo.
Gol. Imagine se você marcar gol para o seu país. The fourth.
4.
I'd love to sing. If I could be famous for anything, I think I'd be a singer. Or a dancer. I'd love to be a famous dancer. I'm terrible at both of those things. I can't sing or dance. I guess that's why we have dreams, isn't it?
Dancer.
No. Dancer.
Singer.
Mas ela falou
Yes. Dancer. Singer.
dança.
I'd love to sing. If I could be famous for anything, I think I'd be a singer. Or a dancer.
A singer or a dancer.
Nossa.
I'd love to be a famous dancer. I'm terrible at both of those things. I can't sing or dance. I guess that's why we have dreams, isn't it?
You got this part here?
Uh-huh.
Tired of both of these things, I can't sing or
Just dreams.
Isn't it?
5.
I would love to be a famous writer or poet, like Shakespeare. I think it's a wonderful thing to be able to write a book that people all around the world want to read, to be able to speak to people in that way. Yes, I'd like to be remembered as a great writer. But I don't think that'll happen.
She would like to be a writer, like Shakespeare or poets, because the people in various countries meet here in
Mhm.
Read your book.
Read her book, yes. Yeah. Just
I'd
once
like
more,
to
just
be remember. O que que é?
remembered by,
Ah,
remembered,
remember.
or remembered as, she said.
Ah, okay.
I would love to be a famous writer or poet, like Shakespeare. I think it's a wonderful thing to be able to write a book that people all around the world want to read, to be able to speak to people in that way. Yes, I'd like to be remembered as a great writer. But I don't think that'll happen.
Doesn't
I
have
don't
much.
think that will happen.
Okay. Next person.
6.
If I could be famous for anything, well, let me see. Oh, for being beautiful. That would be good. One of those beautiful actresses who wins at the Oscars. If I was famous, I would be rich, live in a big house, and have all those clothes. Oh, yes, that would be nice.
an actress, and she won the Oscar. And,
She said,
Actress?
actress.
she said,
She would
yeah,
like to be rich.
really, yeah, because for being beautiful, she said.
If I could be famous for anything, well, let me see. Oh, for being beautiful. That would be good. One of those beautiful actresses who wins at the Oscars. If I was famous, I would be rich, live in a big house, and have all those clothes. Oh, yes, that would be nice.
Dream.
Engraçado.
7.
A lot of emotion.
If I could be famous for anything, it would be for inventing something like a medicine or a cure for cancer. Not for being an actor or a musician. If I invented something that made people's lives better, that would be good.
A scientist or inventor, he likes to invent something help people,
Help people, for example, the
medicine or
cure for.
cure.
If I could be famous for anything, it would be for inventing something like a medicine or a cure for cancer. Not for being an actor or a musician. If I invented something that made people's lives better, that would be good.
Okay, Ilona?
Yes.
And the last person?
8.
What would I want to be famous for? I wouldn't like to be famous. If I was famous, I wouldn't be happy. No, I prefer just being me, thank you.
What did she say?
She don't would be famous.
She wouldn't like.
Wouldn't like be famous.
Yes, she wouldn't like. Because what would happen if she was famous? Well, have you got that? What would happen if she got famous?
Not be happy?
She wouldn't be happy. Yes. Play once more, just this person.
What would I want to be famous for? I wouldn't like to be famous. If I was famous, I wouldn't be happy. No, I prefer just being me, thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see.
Okay, you have completed something?
Não, eu tô escrevendo só. Não. Service.
Okay. Because I would like that you complete this. But instead of I play everything again, you could no, I will play. I think it's okay to listen one more. I will play once more. And then you complete it here in the spaces that we have here, blank, okay?
Unit 12. Recording 4. 1.
If I could be famous for anything, it would be art. I love painting, and if I had more time, I would love to paint seriously.
If I had more
Time.
time, yes.
2.
I'd be a famous politician. If I was a politician, I would try to change the world.
Change.
I
Change.
change the world. Mhm.
3.
If I could do anything, I think I'd be a famous footballer or something like that. Imagine if you scored a goal for your country in the World Cup. That would be such a good feeling.
Word good.
Word.
World Cup.
You'd remember something like that forever.
4.
I'd love to sing. If I could be famous for anything, I think I'd be a singer.
Sim.
Sing. Okay.
Engraçado, ela
dance.
fala singer. Ela fala singer. Não é singer.
Singa.
Singer.
Mas aqui é o verbo sing mesmo. Oh, I'd love to sing.
I'd love to sing.
I think I'd be a singer.
Singer.
5.
I would love to be a famous writer or poet, like Shakespeare.
Should say exactly that.
Acho que não terminou a frase.
No, what she said.
Yes, I'd like to be remembered as a great writer.
Great writer.
Right.
Diferentes, né?
Looks that she's like Greek, maybe, or especially because of this phrase.
Yes, I'd like to be remembered as a great writer.
Remember.
Russian people.
Russian people say like that, yeah.
Yes.
Uhum.
6.
If I could be famous for anything, well, let me see. Oh, for being beautiful. That would be good. One of those beautiful actresses who wins at the Oscars. If I was famous, I would be rich, live in a big house, and have all those clothes.
Rich.
Rich. I would be rich. Oh, that's the dream.
7. If I could be famous for anything, it would be for inventing something like a medicine or a cure for cancer. Not for being an actor or a musician. If I invented something that made people's lives better, that would be good.
Lives.
Lives better. Mhm.
Life? Essa eu errei.
People's lives. Lives.
8.
What would I want to be famous for? I wouldn't like to be famous. If I was famous, I wouldn't be happy.
I wouldn't be happy. Just be sure you put lives here, not lives.
Lives.
That's the tricky.
Lá.
Because the plural, the lives is you have the word life, right? Que é vida. And then you have the word quando você tem plural de uma palavra que termina com FE, tipo life ou wife, knife, essa palavra deleta o FE e vira VS. Então fica lives ou wives ou knives. Okay? So that's lives. Take care because you also say exactly the same word. For example, he lives in Curitiba. That's another thing. Aqui é o verbo morar para ele, daí ele mora, né? Ele mora em Curitiba. E aqui, as vidas das pessoas. É a mesma palavra, só que muda a entonação e é outro contexto.
E eu não entendi aqui essa lives, wifes.
Isso. Quando você tem um substantivo que termina com FE no singular, o plural dele, você deleta o FE e coloca VES. Então, o plural de vida, ou seja, vidas, é lives. O plural de esposa, esposas. Faca, facas. Então, aqui, as vidas das pessoas.
Uhum.
Or if I also end with only F, for example, wolf, wolves. There's a band, wolves.
O que significa wolf?
Lobo. Então, se
Lobo.
terminar com F ou com FE, o plural é VS.
Alguma coisa, Luz.
Tem mais alguma coisa, mas eu não lembro. Okay, so that's it. What is the topic here? What's so important? Now we are talking about the hypothetical conditionals. We have here some situations, for example, completamente hipotético. If I had, algo como se eu tivesse. Então, você pega o verbo no passado, se eu tivesse, aí o próximo junto com would love, ou would like, né? Então, se eu tivesse mais tempo, eu adoraria pintar. If I was, também no passado simples, se eu fosse, eu tentaria. Would try. If you scored, novo, ó, o verbo no passado. That would be, de novo, hipotético, usando o would junto com o be. I'd love, aqui está o oposto. I'd love, não, aqui, if I could be famous for anything, não, aqui não está usando o hipotético, se eu pudesse ser famoso. I'd like to be remembered as a great writer, mas não, ó. If I was, de novo, ó, was, passado simples, eu seria. If I was famous, eu seria rico. If I invented, de novo, verbo no passado, seria bom. Se eu fosse famosa, eu não seria feliz. Então, também dá para usar no negativo. Então, são frases hipotéticas. Fácil que a tradução funciona mesmo parecendo algo muito complexo. A tradução ao pé da letra dá certinho no português. So, let's go to the page 150, just to go a little more in details about that. So, hypothetical conditions for the present future. So, it's like that. using if together past simple, and then we have would and another verb. That's it. If plus past simple, together would or wouldn't. Okay? So, Luana, please read this example in blue.
If I knew the way to the museum, I would tell you.
Here we can use also for checking a situation in the past. Se eu soubesse, tô fazendo uma análise do passado. Se eu soubesse o caminho do museu, eu falaria. Ok? Imaginary situation in the present or future and its consequences. Então, você está imaginando uma situação. Ah, não, esse aqui é no presente. Uma situação hipotética no passado seria, por exemplo, se eu tivesse te visto, eu teria te cumprimentado, por exemplo. Então, eu estou fazendo uma análise do passado, é a mesma coisa, né? Mas é hipotético. The other example, Luana.
If I won the lottery, I would never work again.
Got the point? If I won the lottery. If I won is hipotético, se eu ganhasse. Cuidado, porque o won você pode pegar e tentar se eu ganhei. Não, se eu ganhasse, é hipotético. Por causa do if, como no inglês tem menos palavras que no português, então é esse cuidado que você tem que tomar. If I won não é se eu ganhei na loteria, se eu ganhasse. I would never, eu nunca mais trabalharia. Ok? You can say, but could I say if I win the lottery, I will never work again? Not so good, because the probability to win the lottery is very low. Or you are dreaming a lot. Se você falar, se eu ganhar na Mega Sena, eu não vou mais trabalhar. Mas não, gramaticalmente falando, está certo em estrutura. Mas não ganhar na Mega Sena é algo hipotético, mesmo que aconteça.
Se uma coisa que tem mais probabilidade de acontecer.
Yes.
Probabilidade mais real.
Then we saw these 2 units before. It's like that. For example, if you pay me this week, I will give you a discount. Then is a situation and a consequence about that. So this then is a first hypothetical situation. Here's the second condition. Ok. Would is often contracted, would not is contracted with wouldn't. Então, sempre que você vê o would, geralmente vai estar contraído. E o would not vai estar como wouldn't. Fábio, please read the 2 examples.
If we had more money, we'd buy a bigger house. We want to live in the city. Live in the city if we didn't need to.
Look if you understand. You understand clearly the 2 examples?
Se nós tivermos mais dinheiro,
Tivéssemos.
se nós tivéssemos mais dinheiro, nós compraríamos uma grande casa.
Uma casa maior, é comparativo.
Ah, tá.
Uma casa maior que a que temos, né? We wouldn't live. Okay, Luana, please.
Sorry.
Não?
We wouldn't live in the city if we didn't need to. Nós não moraríamos nessa cidade se nós não precisasse.
Se nós não precisássemos. O to aqui no final é como se estivesse eliminando, assim, ó. It's like we the city if we didn't need to live in the city. Understand? Então é como se você tirasse isso aqui para não repetir.
Uhum.
We wouldn't live in the city if we didn't need to live in the city. Nós não moraríamos na cidade se nós não tivéssemos que morar na cidade. Estranho no português quando você traduz até o to só, né? Nós não moraríamos numa cidade se nós não precisássemos que, para, sei lá, não dá para traduzir o to. Se nós não precisássemos o quê? Morar numa cidade. Então você só elimina esse aqui, mas vai até o to. If we didn't need to live in the city.
E eu posso fazer isso, tipo, em qualquer situação para não repetir?
Basically, yes. For example, if I ask you a question, who were you talking to? Com quem você estava falando? O to é a preposição que iria aqui no começo. Talvez. Com quem? E aí você colocou o to no final. Só não estou vendo um exemplo para fazer exatamente o que você está querendo dizer com outra frase, mas no
Também não.
geral, mas no geral, sim. Porque no inglês, não, no português também, no fim das contas, a gente geralmente pede um objeto depois do verbo. Então, é verbo-objeto. Fala sobre o transitivo e o intransitivo. Então, no sentido, vamos falar assim, I need to talk. I need to talk. Não parece que está faltando alguma coisa nessa frase?
Falar com um direcionamento, né?
Com quem? Agora, se eu só falar esse aqui, ó, the plane to... Ó, you understand that? Lembra do o decolar? Take off. Então, o avião decolou. O verbo está aqui. Precisa de complemento?
Não.
Então, esse aqui que é a lógica, Luana. Então, às vezes vão haver verbos que nem o talk que vão pedir um complemento. I need to talk to you. Agora tem que daí é o que precisa é o transitivo e o intransitivo não precisa de complemento. Mas não precisa saber o que é um, o que é outro. Alguns precisam, outros não. O verbo need é um precisa do quê? Então, o verbo need é um verbo que precisa de complemento. Então, sim, ele vai ser necessário dizer o que depois. Another verb. I told. I told you. Então, precisa do objeto da frase. Precisa do complemento. I told you. I work. O que vocês diriam? I work. Opa, I work. I work. Precisa? Eu trabalho. Precisa ou não?
Sim.
Não. Porque você
Mas eu
falar, I work from 7 to...
Eu trabalho com alguém, com alguma coisa, um horário.
Mas se for por essa lógica, então, daí, pela tua lógica, então também tem que dizer que horas que o avião saiu, de que aeroporto que ele saiu, mas aí são complementos da frase, não do verbo. Não é que o verbo exija. Se eu só falar assim, você trabalha? Sim, eu trabalho. Está completo. Eu posso adicionar novas informações, mas não que seja obrigatório pelo verbo, sim pela frase.
Entendi.
Não quero entrar muito mais fundo, senão fica só
Não,
complicando a regra gramatical que não é relevante para vocês. Vamos dizer assim, no sentido de onde vocês querem chegar, né?
Sim.
Read the next example, Fabi. If
we had children, our lives would be very different. Our lives would be very different if we had children.
Understand? It's the same thing. Então, só que se começa com if, tem vírgula. Se começar com would, aí não tem vírgula. If we had children, comma, our lives would be very different. Our lives would be very different if we had children.
Uhum.
O que significa essas frases aqui?
Se nós tivéssemos filhos, nossas vidas seriam bem diferentes. Nossas vidas seriam bem diferentes se nós tivéssemos filhos.
O interessante é que essa frase deixa em aberto. Ainda há a possibilidade de ter filhos, né? Se não tivesse, daí teria que ser if we hadn't had. E daí teria que ser se nós não se nós tivéssemos tido. Aí você põe um ponto final, não tiver, e não vai ter mais. Se nós tivéssemos tido filhos, if we had had children, our lives would have been different. Teriam sido diferentes. Mas daí você botou um ponto final, não tiveram e não terão mais. Ok? The small difference one. Calma, essa é a próxima condicional. São 3 condicionais. É a condicional simples, que é colocando o presente simples com o will. A segunda condicional, que é essa, colocando o passado simples com o futuro hipotético would. E a próxima condicional que está no próximo livro daí, que é essa, que é a hipotética analisando o passado. Se eu tivesse feito algo, o futuro teria sido diferente. Tá? Luana, the other example here in blue.
If he were a lawyer, we would tell you what to do. I don't know what is lawyer.
Advogado.
Se fosse um advogado.
Se ele fosse.
Até o advogado, ele teria te falado sobre isso?
O que fazer?
O que fazer?
O que fazer? Aí é estranho em inglês, mas você pode, quando você está usando com o if, pode usar o were para todos. If I were you, I would. Não precisa ser if I was. E a mesma coisa para o he, she, it. Também pode ser o were. With the verb to be, it's possible to use the were.
Nossa, que aleatório.
Tem aquela música da Beyoncé lá. If I were a boy. Entendeu? If I were. If I was. If I were. É possível, tá? Geralmente é mais usado assim do que o contrário. Use if I were to give advice. Se for dar conselho, aí é 100% das vezes. For example, Luana, can you read?
If I were you, I'd tell him your plans.
If I were you.
Se eu fosse você,
Se eu fosse você.
eu falaria os seus planos para ele? Nesse sentido?
Eu contaria a ele nossos planos. Seus planos. It's also possible to use could. Luana, the last examples.
If I could sing, I would start a band.
Então, o could também nada mais é do que o passado do can. Pode usar o could. Lembra que o can é na ideia de ter a habilidade de. Então, quando você usa o could, é como se fosse, se eu tivesse a habilidade de cantar, ou se eu conseguisse cantar, eu começaria uma banda. Se eu soubesse cantar. Então, a tradução literal não existe, né? A gente tem que interpretar do jeito que significa em inglês. O verbo can, nesse contexto, é ter habilidade de. Em português, nós falaremos sei, se eu soubesse cantar. Ah, dá para dizer que could é a palavra soubesse? Não. Nesse contexto, é o que significaria. Se eu soubesse cantar. Ok? Not very difficult this, right?
Não.
No? So, you answer looking the exercises. The exercise here in the next page, 151. Match the numbers with the letters. If you went to the bed earlier, okay, I have to go to the bathroom, okay, very fast. O drink de Luana's coffee, Luana dele.
And if you went to bed early, you won't feel so tired. Wouldn't feel so tired.
If you went to bed earlier, you wouldn't feel so tired.
If she asked the teen to marry her, I'm sure he would say yes.
Ok.
If you went to bed earlier, you wouldn't feel so tired. If she asked the team to marry her,
I'm sure he would say yes.
to have, okay.
And if we came in the summer, would we go to the beach?
If we came in the summer. Okay. If we came in the summer, would we go to the beach?
We would visit you tomorrow if the trains were running.
We would visit tomorrow if the trains. Okay.
I'd get there early if I were you.
Eu não entendi essa frase muito bem.
I'd get there early if I were you.
É.
This one you didn't understand it? What?
Yes.
If I were you. O que é o if I were you?
Se eu fosse você.
I'd get there early. O get aqui tá para chegar. Like arrive. If is I'd arrive, you understand? I'd arrive there early.
Ok. Uhum.
She would earn more money if she worked longer hours.
The others, you understand?
Yes.
So look at the trouble here that you are. If you get the first, if you went to bed earlier, you wouldn't feel so tired. Se você fosse E aí você sabia que o verbo went era o verbo fui, se eu fui. Por isso que tem que cuidar com a tradução ao pé da letra. If you went, se você fosse, não é se você foi para a cama mais cedo. Take care of that. Because in English we only have go, went e gone. Essas são as 3 possíveis flexões que você faz com o verbo, não tem mais. E no português, você pensar todas as possíveis flexões, verbo, ir,
O gol é tipo se foi?
ido ou ir. Ó, vou, vai.
Vamos. Vamos.
Peraí, ó. Eu vou tirar. Só de curiosidade. Ó, todas as possibilidades para o verbo ir. Vou, vais, vai, vamos, ides, vão, fui, foste, foi, fomos, fora. Vá, meu Deus, fosse, fomos,
Nossa Senhora.
vai, não vamos aqui no negativo, ides, ido, o gerúndio indo, ido. Então, no inglês só tem go, going, went e gone. 4 jeitos. E em inglês está aí, ó. Em português, quer dizer, né?
Português
So,
é.
yes. Don't complain about English. Portuguese is much more difficult. Okay, next. Put the verbs in the brackets into the correct form. É o verbo go e o verbo be. If
I went to the doctor if I.
Eu fui no médico se eu seria você?
Eu iria, né?
I
I would
would go to the doctor
if I were you.
if I were you. Ou
Was-
if I were you, I would go to the doctor. That's the tricky. He can give you some medicine.
If they here.
No, because it's in the past. You have, look here. One of them is past simple and the other is would or wouldn't. Can be past simple in negative too, but never sells because sells is in the present. So or it's past or is would.
They... Nossa, não lembro passado.
Sold
Irregular.
é irregular. If they
If
sold
they
ice
sold
cream,
ice cream here,
eles vendessem.
Where you buy some?
What?
Where you buy some?
Você já usou o passado simples. O que falta usar agora?
would
Would.
Vai.
What?
Vai.
Não, mas como é que fica toda ali? Vai lá.
Would you buy some?
Would you buy some? Would you buy some?
help. I You if I, but I'm too busy right now. I would help you if I could.
Very good, that's it. I would help you if I could, but I'm too busy right now. I've heard the expression, look if you understand this, I've heard it these days. Somebody invited the other person to go somewhere, and the guy answered like this. I would if I could, but I can't, so I won't. Understand that? I would if I could, but I can't, so I won't. You understand that? So it's like an invitation, it's the way to say no. Eu faria. Então, esse daqui está concordando com o verbo, não importa o que você está perguntando. Let's go to eat a beer. I would if I could. Eu iria se eu pudesse. Can you help me? I would if I could. Eu ajudaria se eu pudesse. Mas eu não posso, então eu não vou.
Não vou. Interessante.
O mais interessante disso é que todos eles, todos eles são modais, né? O would é um modal, o could também, o can também e o will também. Então, não tem nenhum verbo aqui. Essa que é a trocadilho, né? I would if
Sim.
I could.
Até parece que está gramaticalmente errado.
Aham.
If I had my phone with me, I
Would call
would call
I would call him.
if we had more food.
If we had more food,
I would ask them to stay for dinner.
I would ask them to stay for dinner. Oh, that's sad.
Ok. If you live near to us.
Lives? No.
Leave it.
If you lived
There are two.
near,
We
would we would
see you more.
more.
Your brother not happier if Nossa, esse foi difícil.
Where are you, brother?
Where are you, brother? No,
Where? If you were you.
If your brother. No. No. No.
Would
Start with would.
É porque é uma pergunta.
Seu irmão sei. Não vou.
Would your brother
Would your brother?
Want to work it?
No. Seu irmão seria mais feliz se ele não trabalhasse tanto?
Would be.
Would be, no. Would your brother be? It's weird, right? What is
Your
that?
brother.
Would your brother be happier if he,
Or
but the negative? Not. Qual que é o passado? Além de ser negativo, é passado também.
Didn't work.
Didn't work. Would your brother be happier if he didn't work so hard? Would your brother be? If
If you wouldn't make if you don't if you didn't make
quase lá. If you didn't
wait.
always
if you didn't always made a search.
você já usou o did.
Eu
então
já usei no
o próprio-
passado.
Então o verbo vai no normal. Make.
É.
If you didn't always make such a mess, the kitchen
Would be cleaner.
yes, would be cleaner. If you didn't always make such a mess, the kitchen would be cleaner.
O que é such a mess?
Tal bagunça.
Hum.
A questão da tradução, né? Nós em português falaremos talvez essa bagunça, por que você bagunça desse jeito? Então, such a mess seria algo assim. Se você não fizesse tal bagunça, ou essa bagunça aí,
Bem.
a cozinha ficaria mais limpa. I remember I see a small video about a baby saying, "Oh, there's a fucking goat outside." Have you seen that? E é bode, uma cabra. There's a fucking goat. Porque eu acho que os pais, de tanto falarem o objeto usando o fucking no meio, daí a mãe diz, no, it's just a goat. No, it's a fucking goat. Porque é o jeito de falar. Quando você está irritado com alguma coisa, você coloca o goddamn no meio, ou falando um pouco mais besteiramente, usa o fucking no meio de uma palavra, né? I am fucking tired today. Né? Por falar besteira. Então, acho que dos pais falarem, o neném, oh, there's a fucking goat. Ok, returning to the unit 12. 12. So, now where is the hypothetical conditionals? I would like that you...
What page?
Page 121. So I would like to skip here because I don't want to repeat the same you already understood. So we will skip the exercise 7. Let's go to the exercise 8. And after that, you make your answers. We need to make questions. If you have no money, what do? So for making a question, we have to say, if you had no money, what would you do? So how can we make a question with the prompts here? If you can have dinner with any two leading people, who choose? If you know the past can.
If you could,
If you could,
Have a dinner?
if you could have dinner with any two leading people. So if you could have dinner with any two leading people,
Would you choose?
who
who
would,
would
choose?
you choose?
who would you choose?
If you could have dinner with any two living people, who would you choose?
If you can, would,
If you could,
If you could
choose, no, if you can,
if you could,
would do a
do
job,
a job, what would you do?
what would you do?
if you have,
In the past,
if you had more time, what wouldn't you do? No.
If you had more time, what would you do? Isso? Ah,
yes. If you had more time, what would you do?
if you can change your
Could change,
Could, not could.
could change.
If you could change one thing about yourself, what would you change?
Very good. You are a master on this. So what I want from you now, I know it looks repetitive, but it will fix your mind. I want that you answer these questions in this way. If I had no money, I would start working tomorrow. If I could have dinner with any two living people, I would choose I have no idea about it. I would choose you two, Fabi and Luana, to have dinner. If I had more time, I would waste it probably watching more TV. I don't know. If I could change one thing about myself, I would be richer. Okay? Got the point? I like that you answer like that.
I had no money.
If I had,
If I had no money, I work in a restaurant.
I would.
I would work in a restaurant. If I can, if I could have dinner with two living people, I would choose teacher and one. If I could do a job, I would be a Researcher.
Researcher.
If I had more time, I would to travel more.
I would travel. Not I would travel.
If I could change one thing about myself, I would be rich too.
Good. Okay. Luana,
If I had no money, I would search work more.
look for a work.
Look for a work.
Hmm?
If I could have a dinner with two living people, I would choose two person two person of my family.
Two people.
Two people. Okay. If I could if I could do any job, I would like to be a scientist.
Scientist.
If I had more time, I would like to read more time.
Read more.
If I could change one thing about myself, I would like to change my height. No,
My height.
my height.
Altura.
Mm-hmm.
Height, okay. You would like to be taller or smaller?
No, it's not true.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I'm just
I thought
creating
you
a
would say
phrase.
if I could change one thing about myself, I would like to speak English. Like I would like to speak my mind.
Yes.
Okay, so the next here we are going to get some tips about writing. It's not much your scenario, maybe, Fabio. More maybe Luana considering the job, but anyway, the idea is to structure better the texts. Okay, more about writing than about speaking here. Okay, so the idea is put this sentence A to D in the correct paragraph to complete the profile of Jack Monroy. I would like that you just take a look here in the letter A. No, we can read. We have time for that. Luana, you read the options, please. Read here, A, B, C, and D. Just read that.
Hey. Jack grew up in Excel and left Excess and left school age 16. B. Jack is a now successful journalist who campaigns against poverty.
Who campaigns against poverty.
Poverty. C. Jack Morrow was a 24 years old mother of one who started writing an online blog, a girl called Jack, when she was unemployed and looking for work.
Uhum.
D. She told Moz everything she wanted.
Own it.
On it. Car, watch, TV, phone, in order to buy enough food for her and her 2-year-old son to eat, but she found they were still hungry.
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 Okay, so let's check now. Now, Fabi, you read, but I want that you together decide what's the best letter that fits here. Okay, first of all, you understand all the vocabulary there?
Yeah, campaigns against poverty.
Campanhas contra a pobreza.
Okay, posso começar?
Please.
She became an overnight celebrity when she wrote a blog post called Hunger Hurts, talking about how difficult life is when you're living on very little money.
So, what makes sense? Or you want to read it all? Oh, read it all after we discuss about that, can we?
Okay. She had a well-paid job with the fire service until she had a baby, and it became difficult to find
Childcare.
to allow her to work nights. After 18 months of being unemployed, she found herself living in poverty. She started the blog to talk about her experience and giving people recipes for eating healthy,
Recipes.
recipes for eating
Healthily.
using very little money. The blog was a huge success,
Huge.
and son Jack Morrow was asked to write articles in newspapers, appear on television, and talk to government about poverty. She has won awards for her blog and has published a book of her recipes.
Recipes.
We are recipes.
Receita. Receita, fala de receita de bolo.
You can hug. The blog was a hug success.
Enorme.
Huh?
Enorme. Huge.
As palavras aqui que a gente tem que usar para acordar?
Não. A ideia é qual é a frase que vai aqui. Por exemplo, uma dessas frases vai encaixar aqui. Antes de she became an overnight celebrity.
Tá, ok. 1A. Jack grew up in Texas and left school age 16. She became an overnight celebrity.
No.
No?
Look, this is starting the information. So when we start, you need to give the more
See?
details about the what?
See?
See. The first thing, because you have the name and last name,
Yes.
Jack Monroy. So the one that you have, who is she? A 24-year-old mother. So you are giving more details about her. This should start.
Oh my God. Santa Clara are arriving in my home.
Santa
Não, como é que é
Claus.
Papai Noel? Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. Oh, we don't listen.
No?
No?
Okay.
Now just a dog barking, I listen. Okay, so first is C. I was unemployed and looking for her work. Okay, now talk a little bit about why you think is A?
Because talks about Jack and where he born
Was
and
born.
where we were
Yeah, exactly. Now it's talking about the difficulties of her past.
yes.
Yeah, so about her life story.
Yes.
Then she sold almost everything, and then after that, she was living in poverty, and then she sold almost everything she owned.
And
Ah, D. Ok, eu achei que.
and the last E because talks about the present.
The present.
The present.
So now you can say in which order the things happen. Introduction,
Childhood and education.
childhood and education. When she say she was 16, she was out of school, she had a work.
Rise to fame.
Yes, the time that she wrote the articles and papers, the blog.
Rise to fame. A razão?
Rise is o crescimento da fama, o aumento até a fama.
And the last
Sim.
achievements.
Achievements. Alcançamentos, as conquistas. Alcançamentos. É porque o verbo ativo é alcançar. If we get, let me see. Tá. O rise aqui nesse contexto é a ascensão. Ascensão para a fama. Porque o rise, na minha cabeça, o rise é um verbo que ele fala sobre subida. Então, na minha cabeça, o rise é sempre um gráfico. Pense num gráfico aqui. Então, o rise seria isso aqui. Né? Não tem fama, agora tem fama. Né? Let's see it in verbs. Very good. So, do you have anyone that you admire? Somebody in your family, a mother, father, uncle, aunt, I don't know. Anyone that you admire that has a beautiful story behind the thing?
I don't know if common stories, I think.
Very good. Common stories, but you mean that like this one? You mean?
No.
Or more common?
Yes.
Not that is worth telling us.
I don't know.
Do you, Luana?
No.
Okay. So just to try to have a conversation about that. I don't want to skip because I think it's a topic that you can say. Do you know any story or any information about I don't know, a famous or pseudo-famous person about anything about that? For example, I know something about Steve Jobs. So Steve Jobs started going to university, but then he stopped. Then he opened a business in his garage with a friend, and then he created Apple, and so on and so forth. Do you know any story about anyone that you could say just for not skipping this exercise?
Oh my God.
Somebody famous or somebody, or about you. If you don't have anyone, you can say about you. Start introducing where you studied, your professional trajectory until where you are now and your achievements?
Okay, it's very easy.
Okay.
Okay, I was.
Do you listen well, Fabi? Luana?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
so
I listen.
I was born in São José dos Pinhais. I lived here.
I've lived.
Lived here my whole life. I studied biotechnology in my university, and I worked in laboratories, in industries, and now I work in Localiza. I have a sister, and I live with my parents, my father and my mother.
Okay, good. Okay. Thanks for sharing. Something like that. You cannot say your rise to fame, right?
Okay.
Sorry. Luana, what you can say?
Oh my God.
Yeah, you're like this is an interview. You talk about your trajectory until nowadays.
Yeah.
God. Oh my God. Hate it. I live in São José dos Pinhais. When I finished my high school, I had an experience to change of the city, and I went to study and I went to study in Universidade Federal Universidade Federal de Matinhos, and I had choice study licenciatura. How can I say?
Licensing, I think is that.
Licensing.
I think it's that.
But
Oh,
yes, but I didn't like this graduation, and I after I live 1 year there, I decided to become arrived of my city,
to
and
return to my city.
I decided to return my city, and because I win a bolsa.
We say
Ou desconto, sei
tuition.
lá.
A tuition.
I win a tuition in an university here in San Jose, and I started to study administration here.
Business.
Business. Administration of business.
Interesting. I didn't know that you went to study in Matinhos.
Yes.
Nice. Interesting experience. By the way, do you like how the trajectory is by now, the result of it? Are you happy with the result of the trajectory of your life and to this point?
Good question. I don't know.
Going like that. It's going. You are
Going.
flowing.
É,
Like that.
just flowing. If I could change my if I could change it, I would I would I would change another way.
Okay. So it is the way it is, but if
Yes.
it was possible to change, it would be different.
Yes.
Fábio, and you decided to not continue in the area that you studied?
No, I'd like to work in my area, but it's difficult to find jobs.
Ah, really?
Yes, I try and send curriculums, but it's difficult.
It's a difficult area to work. That's bad. Okay, girls, very good. So it was okay. Thanks for sharing your experience. Then we have some more conversation. We move now to the page 122. Collocations. Okay, so collocations, again, telling you, are situations that generally we can't translate because they make sense only in English. Okay, like get, sometimes get means arrive, like oh, how do you get to school? Como que você vai para a escola? Como você chega na escola? Sometimes the verbs have meanings that we can't translate. For example, please add the correct letters to complete here. We can say get tickets for a concert or a good seat.
Rent a car.
Rent a car. Então, get tickets. Conseguir ingressos. Nossa, conseguir ingresso para o show. Seria algo como conseguir nesse contexto.
Precisar comprar ou conseguir.
Yes. It's very, you can say buy too. But it's not used generally. It's like vou passar na panificadora e pegar pão. Get bread is the same. We would say the same like that. It's not you are going to buy it, or you use get also for gifts. Oh, I got a nice t-shirt from my wife. Eu consegui, não, eu comprei, não, eu ganhei. Então, got também é ganhar. So, you see, depends the context. Rent a car or get tickets or get a good seat. Conseguir um bom assento. Porque também não é algo fácil. Então, por isso que só o buy tira o charme do get. O get é tipo, nossa, eu consegui, dá uma sensação de que houve um esforço para aquilo.
Sim.
Rent a car, get tickets, get a good seat, rent a holiday home.
Rent a holiday home?
Alugar.
É uma casa de campo, casa de férias.
É tipo casa praia?
Casa, tipo, falar, aluguei uma casa na praia.
Okay.
Book a table.
Book a table for two, book tickets for a show. Book a table, agendar ou reservar.
E ali nos tickets também seria de reservar?
Reservar. Show, lembra que show vai ser algo mais para ir no teatro Guaíra. Então você vai reservar o assento.
Não é
Show, concert é o que nós chamamos de show. E show seria uma peça ou seria algo mais uma peça ou quando é algo um pouco mais elaborado, artístico, exatamente, mais artístico do que só um cantor ou uma banda. Quando é mais artístico, aí é chamado de show. Não há só a performance do cantar, há também uma performance
tipo musical.
Artístico.
Isso, uma performance artística.
Invites.
invite someone to a party. Então, convidar.
Ah, I don't know.
Recomendar. Recommend. É estranho porque você recomenda, quando se coloca aqui recommend, ele automaticamente é para alguém. Porque é estranho que você fala assim, eu recomendo um restaurante, recomendo ir para algum lugar. Não tem o alguém aqui, sabe? Eu recomendo a você, eu te recomendo, não. I recommend a restaurant. Ou I recommend you a restaurant. É igual no português. Eu recomendo um lugar para visitar, recomendo um restaurante. And the last? Organize. A private tour, a meeting. So what you see in the pictures here? A concert, get tickets, let's say, for a concert.
Rent a car.
Rent a car for the day and book a table. Where was the last time you did any of these things here? Got tickets? For what concert?
Red Hot Chili Peppers e Massacration.
Massacration exists yet? Even
Yeah.
the guy, because one of them died. So,
Yeah, but they returned the tours. I did two shows, two concerts in the. Though I like, wow, but it's funny.
funny.
Yes.
And you, Luana, what one thing that you have done recently?
I rent a car.
Rented the past.
I rented a car to travel to São Paulo by for business? No, pelo trabalho, como eu posso falar? By
the
my
company
work.
in this case, by the company, pela empresa.
By the company, okay.
By the company. Or then you would say differently, like, I went to São Paulo for business. Daí sim, eu fui para São Paulo a negócios.
A negócio.
Você falaria, ok. Only that?
I rented a car last year, before I worked in Localiza, when I went to Campinas with my aunt.
You rent cars every day, in fact.
Not today, because today is my day off.
Okay. Yes. Okay, very good. That's it. So as you haven't done that, much more than that, we go for the next. Have you heard about this word concierge?
Conselheiro?
No.
No. In hotels, it's
Can be in a hotel, but you may have a personal concierge. Concierge is a French word, in fact. It's not English. but is a word that they brought to English. Like we use video game in Portuguese.
Okay.
Luana, read the definition of concierge, personal concierge.
Personal concert. Não?
Noun, é um substantivo.
Não.
Noun.
Someone who organizes things for usually rich clients. E.g.
E.g. you say example.
E.g. booking table in restaurant, buying ticket for concert, etc.
It's like an assistant, you know. In Portuguese, we would say that a rich person would have or uma secretária. But concierge is more subtle. Remember that what we would say mordomo. But this one would be with knowledge about other things, you know. O mordomo iria cuidar da casa. O concierge, ele vai ter know-how sobre coisas que o secretário não. É muito sutil essa palavra concierge, não tem tradução.
Tipo, mais particular, assim, sabe?
É que mais ou menos o assistente vai fazer o que ele pedir. E o concierge é mais uma pessoa mais proativo, vamos dizer assim. Entendeu? Sei lá, vamos supor, organiza coisas para, geralmente, clientes ricos. Então, por exemplo, o cara vai falar pro concierge, organiza uma festa de aniversário para minha filha, de 3 anos. O concierge vai entender tudo, ou o que ele não souber, ele vai correr atrás para entender. Ele não vai ficar perguntando, tá, mas foi para quantas pessoas, não sei o quê, que tipo que é, como é que vai ser, que horário. Não, ele vai determinar baseado no know-how que ele tem. Então, ele é um assistente com bastante know-how sobre as coisas em geral, assim, vamos dizer. Não sei se eu me expliquei muito bem. Que não tem uma definição.
É que é uma coisa meio fora da realidade.
É fora da nossa realidade.
Coisa
De fato, é uma coisa de rico. É exatamente para aqui, atualmente ricos. Porque senão você vai chamar de secretário.
Eu já vi essa palavra tipo em hotel, esse lugar assim, mas provavelmente em outro sentido também.
Sim, concierge é no hotel, mas aqui é personal concierge. É o pessoal daí. Pensem no quesito. Você pode ter uma diarista. Uma diarista vai fazer o que na tua casa? Vai limpar o que você pedir para ela. Isso se tiver um mordomo. O mordomo você não vai não vai pedir nada. O mordomo sabe a hora do almoço, ele vai lavar, ele vai saber como lavar, como passar, como que você gosta de tudo. Ele já sabe de tudo e ele já provê que aquilo aconteça. Então pensem no serviço do mordomo, porém para atividades que você queira fazer. Concierge, my car is broken. I will take care of it. It's not like assistant. Oh, assistant, my car is broken, so I need that you call to the assistants and ask them to send a truck to get my car, and then I needed that you understand the difference. So the concierge would provide everything. Sorry for being so redundant. Fabio, read the first paragraph of concierge.
He can book you a table at the world top restaurants, get you the best seats of the Lion King, find you a private plane for the next day, or organize a red carpet for you at the Oscars. He's a personal concierge and he can get you anything you want. If you have enough money. Enough money.
Stop. Look is okay here, there's no cabin.
Yes.
So Luana, read the next phrase.
Como fala mesmo?
Concierges.
The concierge we spoke to have done some amazing thing for their clients. One got 20 tickets for a Rolling Stones concert an hour before it started. He also filled some of Madonna's Madonna's favorite tea to London, and they found some hero birds for Jennifer
Rare.
Lopez. Where? Somewhere birds for Jennifer Lopez. Another concert asked for as president Bill Clinton to have dinner with his client. Clinton said yes.
Said yes.
Said.
Look if you got everything here.
Ray é raro? Ray. Ray.
Rare.
Como?
Rare.
Rare. Birds. Okay.
Got to hear former US president.
Eleito.
No. Old. Mas a gente usa old no sentido de
Eu não
ano.
entendi.
O velho, o antigo presidente. O que veio antes. Essa é a lógica da palavra former.
Ah,
Tipo esse.
farm. Ok.
Tipo, que veio antes. Ex-president, yeah, former president. And he said it. Okay? Not always ex, because I could say my former job was an accountant.
Anterior.
Previous, yes. Não necessariamente anterior. Em algum momento no passado foi. Porque não necessariamente aqui o Clinton foi o último presidente. E ele foi um presidente.
Sim.
Okay, so we have time for that. We are going to listen to 4 conversations. I don't know if we'll have time for all of that. Listen to 4 conversations with a hotel concert. What does each person want?
Unit 12. Recording 5. Conversation 1.
Hello.
Hello,
How can I help you?
I'd like to go to a local restaurant. Maybe something with traditional food? Could you recommend somewhere?
Yes, of course. Hang on. We have a list on a map.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so here's the hotel, and if you want to walk, you can go to this one here.
Okay.
This is a reasonably priced restaurant which serves mainly...
What does the person want?
Restaurant.
A restaurant. What special does the guy say?
A restaurant near the
The hotel. Luana, are you completing here too? No? I see
Yes.
that Fabi is completing.
food.
So the first is
I'd
I'd
Like.
like.
and food.
Could you recommend? Okay. That's it.
Conversation 2.
Hello?
Hello, how are you?
Fine, thanks. What can I do for you?
I read that there's a local market in the area. Is it a food?
The food market? Yes. It's a bit of a walk, maybe 30 minutes.
Oh, that far?
Would you like me to call a taxi?
Would you like?
Would you like me to call you a taxi? Oh, would you like me to call a taxi? Okay. No.
And she wants to food market.
Food market.
It's about a...
Food market is something like feira ou uma feira.
Não é supermercado.
Não.
About a 5-minute drive.
That would be wonderful.
Okay, just a moment. I'll see if there's one waiting.
Thank you very much.
Conversation 3.
Good morning.
Morning. I forgot my adapter for the laptop. It's from the United States. Would it be possible to borrow one from the hotel?
Possible.
Would it be possible to borrow one from the hotel?
Borrow?
Emprestar. Would it be possible to borrow one from the hotel?
An adapter plug? Of course. Do you want me to send one up to your room?
Não peguei.
Want?
Would it be possible to borrow
What?
one from the hotel?
An adapter plug? Of course. Do you want me to send one up to your room?
Yes, please.
Can you give me a moment? I'll ask at the desk. It's just for a laptop.
Yeah, that's right. A US laptop. I just forgot the adapter.
Okay, no problem. What's your room number?
14.
Room 14. Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Conversation 4.
Hello.
Hello.
How can I help you?
I want to see a show this evening. Cats.
Oh, yes, Cats.
Would you be able to book 2 tickets for us?
Able.
Able.
Hold on, let me just check where it's playing. Okay, here we are. Yes, shall I book the tickets for you?
Yes.
Just check where it's playing. Okay, here we are. Yes, shall I book the tickets for you?
Não entendi.
Shall I book these tickets for you? Shall I?
Where it's playing.
Shall?
Okay, here we are. Yes, shall I book the tickets for you?
Shall is like should, but very polite. O shall, na verdade, ele geralmente ele é usado no contexto. Sabe quando você fala let's go? Só que você usa o shall quando você está querendo falar um let's go mais extremamente educado ou formal. Tipo, bora comprar esse ticket aí, só que de uma maneira formal. Eu deveria. Não tem tradução perfeita, mas algo como: eu deveria comprar o ticket para você? Ok? Posso comprar o ticket para você? Tipo, já estou comprando. Posso comprar o ticket para você? Ok?
Nossa, não lembro que eles falam.
Shall, very, very formal. Like that, imagine we are here in the class and I say, oh, shall we get a coffee? It's like, let's have a coffee. But shall we is very more polite, or I expect that you say yes. Understand?
Yes.
Okay, so with that, we close today. Thanks for your time for this replacement.